Hi. Well, the first things you're going to need are your lampshade. Now, I got that from a freebie download from Jim's Printable Minis, and basically print it off and then cut round the shade that you want, and the best one to use for the 12 scale is this 1 inch one here. So that's the one that I've used. So then choose whatever card that you want to use. Nice thick card. And again, my favourite, peel-offs. Love my peel-offs. These with peel-off crafts, they make everything look so pretty. And your selection of beads. I went for these wooden beads. The holes are quite nice and large. And also your bulb. This is a grain of wheat bulb, and it's like I said, it is for your 12-volt system. I mean, this will work off a battery. So what I do is I test. Yeah, it's working. I test my bulb anyway before I start. And then you're also going to need, I find, a washer. Now the size of this washer is 1 by 3/16 of an inch washer, and basically I think it's about an inch, cover an inch. What else do I need? I think that's it. Oh yeah, some pie dish. And you're thinking, pie dish? What the hell do you want a pie dish for? Well, I'll show you in a bit. Right, so let's get going. So first of all, add a cocktail stick. You want a cocktail stick. Should have got a little bit more prepared for this. So let's find a cocktail stick, preferably one I haven't used. So just chop the end of it off. Right. And get your bulb. Get your little bulb. And if you notice, there's a bit of insulation around this bulb. So just butt that up towards the top of the LED, and then just put some tape around it. And basically what that is, it'll just kind of give it some rigidity. Rigidity, is that a word? Well, to make it stand up basically. So put some tape on it. And you're also going to want to put some decorative trim around that, because you're going to actually see it. If you notice, you're going to actually see that bit of it. So what comes in handy there is, again, a fancy bit of peel off. Just to stick round the side there. Just take away that plain bit there. Just to fancy it up a bit. There. Just take that round there. Like so. It's not sticking too well on there. Oops. Right, so we've stuck that on there. And now what we're going to do is also, when you've got your peel-offs, just stick some around there for decoration. These are little bead caps here, and these come in handy to just stick on the end like that to give it some stability. So now you've put your bulb onto a cocktail stick. What you want to be able to do is just feed that through there, like that. So it's sticking up just about like that. I mean, you're going to chop the end off anyway. Now, when I had these little bead caps, I needed to make the hole just that little bit bigger, just to fit the wire, well, the cocktail stick actually through like that. So that's basically your shade. I mean, your lamp itself. So it's quite easily straightforward, that bit is. So now you come to your shade. So basically, like you cut round your template onto the choice of card that you want. And I've added this fancy little peel off here. So to actually bend this, if you just was to go like that, it's a crease. So best kind of use something round to actually bend it, to give it a nice shape. So let's go ahead and glue that around. I'm actually listening to the radio when I'm trying to do this demo. That's why I'm probably a little bit stalling about that. Those ladies that were kept hostage for 10 years. So sorry, I'm a bit. I shouldn't be doing this because I'm listening. I'm elsewhere. Right. So glue that like that, and set that aside for it to actually take hold. I mean, the glue that I've used is this high-tack glue. I find it quite good. Right. So, and I bet you're still wondering what the hell you're going to do with the pie dish. Well, what it is, these bulbs can get quite warm, and I was trying to figure out ways of how to actually attach the actual little bulb to the shade, because fair enough, yes, I've got my shade, but how do I attach it? So I'm scratching my head trying to figure out ways, and what I came up with is this washer, because the washer actually acts as a heat sink, so it's not going to scorch. So on the pie dish, that's the post, and the dog is going to go mad. The pie dish is pretty strong, so what I did, I cut a circle of the pie dish, glued it to the washer, and then made a little hole. That's it. Made a little hole just big enough for the LED bulb to go through. So try and get it nice and central. So just made the little hole, pie dish, my washer, and stuck that on and set it aside. So what you're going to actually do is, with the pie dish side down, fix your bulb in through there, and then glue that edge there to that, and then put that in your lamp, and then that will give it, if you glue that and that in there like that, that will give it the strength to like hold up and also be quite safe. So let's see if we can do that, because that stage is sort of like you need to let the glue set and everything for that. So I've done this bit here, so what I'll do is I'm going to put some glue in there. Let me try and get this, because I want to use this lamp, so I want to put some decorative trim on this. There wasn't quite enough of it on the last piece that I used. wrap it round. It's just better than looking at plain tape. Snip that off. Snip that off. So this is the fiddly bit now. So you want to add some glue to the bottom. Well, the bottom of this tape here. And then just feed it into the bead. Choose glue that will dry clear. So, and also a bit of glue at the bottom of the bead. Bring your wire out of the way because you don't need that. Just put some glue at the bottom of your bead. Like that. And then your bead cap. Put your bead cap on the wrong way up because that's going to give you your bead stability. So you'd do this in certain stages. You'd wait for things to dry before you went on to the next stage. So it is a little bit difficult to show you how I've done everything, but if I've just sort of like explain. So what I would do with that, I'd stick it in some polystyrene and wait for it to dry. Right, so where's my polystyrene? Excuse me. So I'd wait for that to dry, stick it in so it's all nice and upright. Stick that down more. So now let's come to the shade. I put some glue around the edge. This high-tack glue seems to have been the best, but I did use UV glue last time, but this tends to dry a lot better. So I hope you're getting the gist of this. Right, so now put that inside your actual shade, and again leave that to dry. So if you try and put everything all on together, it does go wonky and it won't stand up right. So that is your shade, and the only way really that I've sussed out how to get the shade onto your ball. And then when it's all dry, put that on there, press that in, and then glue it up. So there, that is the way you make this little lad. So this one's all nice and stuck up, and if I don't know if you can see this or not, let's just see if we can get this in view. Is it in view? A bit further back. That's it. So they are actually little working lamps. Hang on, move this. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can hold this. There we go. And they're pretty safe to use. Okay, I hope that's helped. I will show you how to do the little table. Okay then, thanks for joining me. Bye for now.